went forward and got the first down.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He finds his target. It's Evans.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans, 41 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. And he's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
4 yards remain for second down.
From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first half, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
First of their timeouts. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Finding Gaskin underneath.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
Airing this one out for Evans.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So we've hit half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Tua now on first down.
They'll get this out wide to Gaskin.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd and 8. Another run with Gaskin. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 39. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's Gaskin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun, it's Brady.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Brady. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Brady to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this is caught by Evans.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady going to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Fournette.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And in this situation, a field goal doesn't help you a whole lot, but I think you've got to take it because I think you're a little too far back to go for it on 4th down. But we also know the offensive coordinator's in the head coach's ear trying to talk him into going for it right here.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Well, that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 26. Going to the air, Tagovailoa finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To try again after the sack. Tua, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Bucs ready to take over once again.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Now a second down and 6.
Back to throw, Brady. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Brady to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Open man has got one. It's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Brady going to look to throw.
A quick pass here to Godwin.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Brady.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Now Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Tua. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Brady going to throw here. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that would just about put a capper on this game. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this